I'm super in love with Wimbledon and everything about Wimbledon. To me, the best Grand Slam, no competition. Probably the best sporting event, also very little competition. But people argue about that, but I don't know why. I was just gonna say, I feel that the way Wimbledon is such a great example of doing the commercial aspect so well, so tacitly and so subtly, that it doesn't really interfere and it doesn't really annoy the consumer. I'm just wondering if you kind of share this opinion about the club.
Yeah, I mean they're a special business, they're a special organisation, and it is a very special location. I was at the retirement do for the IT director, who's just left yesterday, and he put it in a way that I think I've spoken to him about in the past, is that we are the current custodians of our role and our relationship with the brand and the event, and we have to make whatever we do, we have to make it better for the person that we pass it on to. They've just had the 132nd championships. They're 150 years old as a club, and yet they're still striving to be better. And I think the cultural dimension of that I find fascinating. I'm sort of amateur psychologist, so I think the embedded culture, which is however well we've done it, we can always do it better. And it's never ending. It's a continual attempt to be better.
Although it's interesting because they are so traditional and they have so many things that are forever and that they're never going to change, yet in those things that are variables, they just want disproportionate kind of improvements.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important for them as an event, as a brand, to really understand what are the things that make the place special. What are the things that are quintessentially Wimbledon, and guard and honour and protect those things. Don't be shy about challenging yourself whether that should always be the way, but always understand that those core components of the traditions, of the white, of the fact that it's always going to be on grass, of the colours and so on. Don't lose those things, but don't let holding on to those things stop you innovating and being different around all the other areas. So on the one hand, they are traditional and perceived as such, but on the other hand, they're incredibly innovative. If you look at the approach that they take around the multi-year investment in the site and the infrastructure and how they're changing all of that, if you look at, they're very different in terms of commercially how they think about monetizing their brand, in that they could have 30 sponsors and still find more. They don't. They've got about 12 or 13. Very much on a less is more. So the cleanliness of the site from a brand point of view is one of their unique selling points. So if you go and Flushing Meadows, kicking off on 27th of August, I think it is. If you go and look at that on the television screen and look at the number of brands and look at the brands around the site, totally different experience. Most other sporting events are like that, and it becomes a little bit overload to the point that you lose focus on even brand awareness, I think, to some extent.